Hey, this vlog's about a advisory that was released at the beginning of this week from the National Privacy Commission, okay, or committee, whichever you want to call it. It turns around and says that police, security agencies, and attached at the end is vloggers need to comply with the following, okay, and failure to comply with the following will bring criminal charges and civil charges with a maximum fine of 50,000 peso, which is $1,000 for not doing it. So I was reading into it further, and GMA have turned around and got on the bandwagon, and they've turned around and said that vloggers now need to use technology to blur the background of their vlogs. So they've got to blur the background of your vlogs. I'm using technology. There we go. You've got to blur the background. So I can stay there, but the background needs to be blurred. That's if there's anybody in the background of your vlog. So if you're on the street, which I do a lot of, all the people need to be blurred out of my vlog. It just needs to be me. So if I'm walking this way down along the street, then it will all look like this. It will just be a blurred mess, which isn't worth vlogging because there's no clarity. So there's a lot of people running around. There's a guy, Philippine Life, and there's another guy turning around and saying that he's going to leave. It's all very, very emotive, and it's all very emotional. You just have to turn around and do what you've got to turn around and do. The other thing I found quite strange is that the NPC, so that's National Privacy Commission, turned around and said that if your channel is monetized, then you need to register your channel with the NPC. Strange, that one, isn't it? My monetization or somebody's monetization is a privacy. I think it is, but you still got to register. So anyway, I've demonetized my channel, and I won't be monetizing any videos after today because I don't want to give my information, my private information, to another commission in the Philippines. I already give my information to the BI, the tax man, and I also give my information to YouTube, and I also give my information to Facebook, and they've all got a raft of securities in place. But now in the Philippines, and it's only the Philippines, they've just issued this raft of rules and regulations that you need to comply with. So that's just a synopsis of it. So as I was reading a little bit further into it, I need to turn around and supply on each one of my social media channels, or my arm's aching, on my social media channels, appropriate private notice. So that needs to be included on all of my data channels, all my social media channels. So what that needs to include, it needs to include clarity regarding what the subject matter is about. It needs to, what's that doing? It needs to clarify how long the data, the information in the vlog will be kept on the site. It will also need to have data storage, how long the data and the information will be stored about the subject matter. The information on the notice needs to be clear and understanding. Okay, can't be in some gobbledygook that nobody knows about, like Uzbekistan. Okay. There needs to be a protection period of the notice. What does that got to be? There needs to be what the content is going to be about. There's going to be security processes and procedures. There needs a list of subject matter that's relating in the video. And what that means is that if you are talking about expenditure or finances or costs, then you need to have a sub-clause regarding financial information that, you're not a financial advisor or a banker. This is just what your information is. If you're talking about medical, then you need to turn around and include another clause in your notice that you are not a doctor, you are not a gynecologist, you're not a heart surgeon, you need to put that clause into your notice. And anything that's appertaining towards legal, dietary or health or medical or financial needs to be included as a subsection within your public notice. So this public notice now is getting quite big, as you can gather. So it's all written down here. Can't read my own writing because I can't bloody see. Important things to turn around and include is clear a transparency and accountability of your vlog. And that needs to be clearly defined. There needs to be compliance notice with the privacy law and rights included. What else is there now down here? Vloggers need to seek permission before they start vlogging. So if you're walking along the street, or you're in a mall, or you're in a garage and you're videoing like cars, or you're videoing an airport, you need to seek permission from everybody around you and explain to them what you're doing and get clarity. So it's okay if you're going out and you're going into a restaurant. I do it. I go and ask, can I vlog my meal and what I'm doing? And they normally turn around and say yeah. Sometimes they say no, and I don't vlog. I'm okay with that. Now you've actually got to do that everywhere in the Philippines, everywhere. So if you're walking along the barangay here, no problems, and you see a car accident and you want to vlog it, you need to ask permission of everybody that's in there before you can start vlogging. And then you need to have your public notice, and you need to conform to all the structure within the public notice. So it's quite complex now what is actually being said. Appropriate policies and notifications on all social media. So you need to post on your social media what you are going to be doing. So if you've got Facebook, you need to have this same policy going on there, because you're posting vlogs. If you're posting pictures, my understanding is you don't need to turn around and do the policy, because it's just a picture. It's not a live actual event. But maybe that will change, I don't really know. Now, when I go and do my motorcycle vlog, and I've asked, what do I need? And they reverted me back this morning to what it says. You have to, so I'm riding along the road and I need to get permission if I'm vlogging somebody on the side of the road. And it's all about having children or minors in your vlog. So if you're riding up, if I'm riding up Davao and I'm going past the school, can't vlog. Can't vlog. You've got to black it all out. You could just have a picture of my face and you just have me talking. So you might as well just do the vlog in the jungle against some trees. There we go. You just turn around and you go, oh, here we go, like I'm doing today. Nobody is in this vlog apart from me. Nobody. But I still have to have all of the what they try and call it, appropriate policy, private notice. Okay, that's on top of Facebook, that's on top of Google, that's on top of YouTube, all of their policies and their private policy and their kids policy and their legal responsibility policies. But as I said, it's come out this week, and it's really in depth. It's not something you can just wishy-washy over. You have to turn around and put the compliances in place. What's the bottom one there? Background of vlogs, I've just gone through that. Vloggers need to turn around and follow the rules, and they need to turn around and make a compliant. If you've got any complaints as a viewer of my channel, you can go onto NPC website here in the Philippines and you can register a complaint, or you can press 888 and lodge a complaint against my channel, and then I will be investigated. Very similar to what YouTube do if somebody complains about the content in your vlog, that they can turn around and give you a strike. Here, what I understand, and you're going to be charged with civil violation, and civil criminal law will be brought against you by non-compliance. And if you haven't got your notice, your private notice on all of your YouTube, all of your social media channels, you will be subject to violation. Now, my understanding is it's 50,000 per social media. So if you've got 4 sites, you could be looking at 200,000 peso. That's substantial, isn't it? Substantial. So I did some vlogs yesterday on my bike, and because I got people in it and I can't black out the back because it's on the camera, I'm not posting those. Okay. I will vlog, but when I vlog, you'll see my face, and that's all you're going to see. You're not going to see anything of the beautiful countryside and the beautiful places here in the Philippines, because if there's anybody in the back, it's got to be, technology needs to blank it out. You need to blur the back of your vlog or delete it. And here, people love, in the Philippines, people love it when you're vlogging. I mean, I get people calling out my name when they come over and they talk to me and they want to be part of it. I was in a breezer the other day, and two subscribers from America. Can't do that anymore. Can't do that. It's got to be blurred out. It can only be me. And I haven't got the private notice public on my system, on my site at the moment, so I have to write that, and I have to draft that, and I have to do that. So vlogging in the Philippines is becoming very difficult. There are ways around it, yeah, I totally agree. The law's the law, and people have to do what they want to do. But I have my rights, and if I don't want to vlog, I'm not going to vlog. Yeah, I'm not going to vlog at all. And the tax I pay on my monetization doesn't come. If I go out of the Philippines and I'm vlogging in Vietnam, so in a couple of years' time I'm going to go to Europe with Annie, I'll vlog that. It's got nothing to do with the Philippines, so they can't do anything about it because I'm not in the Philippines vlogging. And there are no similar laws in Thailand or Cambodia, so you can go out. But as a guy, as I said, Philippine life, he turned around and made jest of it and made light work of it. But it is serious that, you know, you can walk around the jungle talking about, you know, your neighbours and not getting on with your family and people borrowing money and who do you lend money to and what about your health care. But remember, part of the public notice, you need to make sure that you've got a disclaimer or a private notice that you're not a doctor, you're not a financial guru, you're not, because you're actually imparting information. That's what they're looking at. You're giving information that people can turn around and say is fact, and it might not be fact. It might have changed. You know, a vlog I turned around and did 3 years ago, it might have changed. So what do? Do you take it down or do you amend it? Well, you take it down, don't you? You delete it, you move away from it. So today I've got 2 channels. I've only got 1 now because the second channel I deleted all of it. All of it's gone because it was just too complex to put in the public notice and phone up the NPC and say I got this channel, because the information they're asking is they're asking for the channel number, the account number, well, that's my privacy, that's not their privacy. It's a sad day, really. So 1 channel's down. I'm going to concentrate, I'm going to post this, I'm going to look into it more again tonight, read up more about it. It's a massive document. It's about 7 pages long, and it's from the National Privacy Committee, and it's NC 2025-01. Some people have turned around and said it's a way of suppressing social media, getting ready for something that's a little bit bigger. But I don't agree with that. I don't think that's right. I think it's just about they're looking to control the social media so people aren't doing their TikTok or their Facebook of pit car accidents or, you know, riots or people turning around and objecting to what governments are doing or what social media sites are doing, what people. There's a Russian guy that was running around after the police, but I don't know what happened to him. But as I said, MMDA, the police in Manila that were vlogging the arrests and the movements and the widening of the roads and the moving of cars, all of their websites, all of their social media, all of their YouTube channels have all been closed down because it's just very complex to set out. Because once you do a private notice, you've got transparency, you've got the rights, you've got the compliance with the privacy laws, child laws, social media laws here in the Philippines. So it could be that you could get taken to court, and it may be detrimental to your health, really, because people have had over the last 15 years with YouTube to go and vlog and do videos and stuff like that, remembering that the compliance with Facebook laws and regulations and YouTube laws and regulations and content creator community laws and regulations and strike rules and downtown and download information, yeah, is already in place. It's just another one here in the Philippines. So it's going to be difficult, and let's see what happens. I'm only a small channel, yeah. I'm not here, I do this as a hobby, I do it for fun, about my life, yeah, about eating out, what happens with my visa, what happens when I turn around and travel. Now it will just be a vlog of me turn around and saying, well, I'm on this ship or I'm on this aeroplane. It's not about the wider world, the friendly smiling faces of the Philippines. vloggers have been put in the category of security agencies and police forces.